Hey guys, and how are you doing? It is Sunday, it's 6:30 in the UK and we are live. Hopefully you're hearing and seeing me fine. Got lots of you in tonight and it's an absolute joy to see so many of you in. I'll say a little roll call in a minute, but I want to start tonight, and I'm sorry this is a little bit of a downer, but I do want to recognise and send my love and condolences to Ben and Amanda Coombs, because I know they've had a bereavement this week, and I think it's really important that we as a community all stick together and share our love around when things like that happen. So Ben and Amanda, we're thinking of you and sending you lots of love, guys, and so sorry to hear your news. I hope you're doing okay. So lots of love going out to you. Let's see who we have got in tonight. Let's go over to chat cam. We've got Terry Tickler. Good to see you. CJ. We've got Jack Collins. We have got Mickey Settelmeyer. We've got James Severin. We've got Trevor Locke. And yeah, you've been here 3 Sundays in a row, my friend. There we go. New routine for Sundays. Jack Collins says, yeah, it's addicting. I've been here for about a year now. Well, that's good to know. Trevor says his 3rd Sunday in a row. Walid, good to see you as well, brother. Pete Hickson. We got Pete Hickson. We've got Purple Rocket 666. We got James Mears. We've got Scott Guitars, hey James, and hey Scott. We've got Jake Lee Guitar, it's your 3rd week in a row at least, I think, as well. We've got Thomas Westfall, hello my friend. We've got Papa Blue. We've got Music Therapy Laz, great stuff. We've got Bill Sedge. We've got Janice Lalla, good to see you too. We've got Ole Hansen. We've got Jim McQueen. We've got Papa Blue. And wow, we have got a good crowd in tonight, and I really hope you're all doing ever so well. We've got a little bit to do tonight. I've got a couple of boxes to share with you, and we'll dive into those. But later on, if you start with at CGS, Brad Miller and Sandra. My favourite Sandra's in. Gil Lamb is in, Craig Taylor, Yetimatsi Nightcat, Mark Dalton, The Lamb, awesome, lots of you in, Keith H, Geronimo Martinez Fabregas, I always say Fabergé, almost like you're the Fabergé egg, but there we are. So yeah, couple of boxes to open, and I'm going to answer your questions tonight. So this is an Ask Me Anything. And when I say Ask Me Anything, literally, as long as it's clean and legal, I'm going to answer 5 questions and we'll see how we go from there. And I will give you my absolute honest answer. So you can ask me anything you like later on. Don't start with the questions just yet. But we will get into that later on. Let me just quickly see how many we've got in. We have got 39 of you watching, 11 likes. That's awesome. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate that. We'll let it creep it up a little bit. Be really interesting to know what you guys have been up to this week. So do let me know. I'll go back over to comment cam. Let's have a look. Oh look, the Lamb has got, if I can get it, has got a guitar pedal giveaway. You'd love to make one for me. Hey man, that'd be awesome. Yeah, yes please, always. And I'm more than happy to feature that for you on the channel. So if anybody hasn't followed the Lamb and seen his pedal giveaway, that looks good. Very funny. Okay, first question, what's in the boxes? Hello, we got the Bronze Snake in, and we got Nathan Shaw. Hey Bronze Snake, great to see you. I hope you're doing ever so well up there in Canada. I hope you're good, my friend. Your question is, what is the velocity of an unladen swallow? Well, that depends. If it's the migratory type, you're obviously a big Monty Python fan. Love it. Walled's here as well, absolutely. Smash that thumbs up. Nigel deserves better. Thanks so much, Sandra. Bless you. I've got a new table. I don't know if you can see that here, but the laptop's a little bit higher, so it's easier for me to get to. Thanks for that, Sandra. Really, really cool. And it's thoroughly enjoyed hanging out with you guys the other Saturday night. It was absolutely great. Brad Miller says he's working with his HSX Stomp 3.0 upgrade. Great new amps and features. Awesome. James Severin's asking, what's in the box? What's in the box? Awesome. Guitar Man 45, great to see you. I tell you what, I will open the first box when we get to 50 watching, or we've got 50 watching. I was going to say 50 watching or 25 likes. We got 50 watching and 27 likes. My word, that is awesome. Okay, I think it could be time to answer the question of what's in the first box. And actually, we've been expecting this. This is from my buddy Martin at Adam Hall, and I'm expecting it to be a Gravity branded thing. Now, I have to say, if I can come over to that camera for a moment, I've been using the Gravity stool that he sent over behind my drum kit ever since, and I love it. It's absolutely brilliant. And what's more, I've also got the acoustic guitar wall hanger, which are going to go up on the wall. And I've got a funny feeling that we were expecting this before, and that this one may well be the other Gravity wall hanger. In fact, I'm not only thinking that, I'm pretty certain it is, because these things with I should get myself a bigger knife, maybe get a sword like my buddy Max. What do you think? There we go. Let's open that up. Oh, hello. Somebody's messaging me on the phone. Right. I think that this is going to be the other Gravity stand, the other Gravity wall mount. And I wasn't wrong. There we go, guys. It is indeed. Let me throw that out the way. It's the GS WMB 01 EB. I don't know if you can see that. And it is the wall hanger for the electric guitar. Let's get it out and have a little look at it, shall we? Yay. That's not a knife, Brad Miller says. It's not a knife. A Crocodile Dundee fan. Yeah. Oh, I can't get into this. There we go. These are brilliant. They're only, I believe, 34 quid, UK pounds, which is about 42 US dollars. And for my buddy Bronze Snake up there in Canada, that's probably about 4,500 Canadian. So, okay, there it is. And it is, of course, the holder and wall mount for an electric, which is, if I show you on the other camera, it's a little bit thinner here for the body to go in, obviously for an electric guitar. And what happens is the body sits in this bit, probably that way up actually, there we go. And the neck sits in that bit. And then this plate goes on the wall, and this is adjustable. So you can set this wherever you want it to be set. And yeah, you can hang guitars. And I'm thinking very seriously that these should go on the wall behind me here. Let me know what you guys think, because obviously I've just cleaned this up. It all looks really super uncluttered at the moment. And I'm also wondering whether these might be better off on the wall over by the amps and other guitars, so that I can have an acoustic and an electric on the wall over there. You choose. How about that? Terry's in. Let me go over to that. There we go. Terry's 3Gs is in, and he says, no, mate, correction, that's $3,255.24 Canadian cents. I love it. Excellent. Super, Terry. Walid says, and hello, Walid, if I haven't said hello. Chicken Licking, I haven't said hello. And Cyborg Day Guitars, I haven't said hello either. Good to see you. Adam D. Yeah, good to see you as well, man. Yep, absolutely. The lamb is totally right. This behind me is what I've been noodling on this afternoon while I was setting up the stream, and absolutely the lamb is correct. It's the Harley Benton SC Junior with the single Roswell pickup on it. Now, there's a reason I got this out, and in fact, I may well share a video with you from another of my really good friends on YouTube, and he bought the double cut and he had issues with the Roswell pickup and how high it was or how far it was away from the strings. I have to say, I have had no such issue with this, and I find that this really does rock out. It's a beast of a guitar, and I'm gonna say that it's my favorite of the Bentons. So, sorry, I missed a comment there. Oh, right, okay. That was Brad Miller saying to me, not enough guitars hanging on the wall behind you in the shot. I need to get on that. Well, absolutely, mate. And that was the idea of these gravity stands. When I was over at Adam Hall in Germany and met up with Martin there, and we had that little bit of a tour, I think it was me, Carl Golden, Max Solo, Lee Fugue, and also Jackson, I think, from Dip Switch Demos. Lovely guy. We went over and we had a trip round Adam Hall, and I saw a couple of these on the wall, and I said to Martin, they would look great behind me in the studio. But that was before I decluttered all of this area. And what's more, I'm going to be making half of my videos here and half of my videos up at the other end with the amp wall and with all the guitars and the drum kit. So I'm not sure. I'm a bit torn now as to whether or not to put a couple of guitars on the wall up there above the racks of guitars. So it'd be really good to know what you guys think. I'd be really interested. So let's go back to comment cam, see what we've got. Mark Dalton wants one. I take it that you are talking about the Harley Benton SC Junior. It plays beautifully, man. Absolutely. Mike, how did you get Amazon to put your lovely mug on their boxes? I'm guessing you mean that I do nothing but smile all the time. Bless you. That's a really sweet comment. You gave me a smile there, brother. Bless you. Yeah. Oh, is that a Chipson? No, Chicken Licking. That was definitely, most definitely, a Harley Benton. I don't buy Chipsons anymore. I don't do all of that. Oh, sorry, I didn't even show you that, did I? There we go. Sorry. Getting used to this new setup. And I was going to give you a rundown. There we go. Harley Benton. I was going to give you a rundown at some stage of the new streaming setup, because I'm really happy with what I've got now. I've got a laptop running OBS, which does all of this good stuff behind the scenes. And then I've also got my two cameras, my GH5s. They're all going into the A10 Mini. And then we are mixing in the OBS on camera 3, which means that I can do all this chatting to you. And I love putting these messages on the screen and saying, oh, look at that, 56 watching, 36 likes, not bad, but... Nicholas Colding, hello my friend. You can get a fat version of that guitar. Ah, right, okay. I wasn't aware of that. Chicken Licking says that I'm no longer a Chinese skeptic. You're right, my friend. I don't really... Well, I'm still pointing out the flaws and the issues with the Chinese stuff. In fact, last week on this very show. We did the John Lennon Rickenbacker 325 fake, and I still highlight the issues for you guys, but I'm definitely not in the market for buying anymore. We did have a little bit of a chat about whether or not that was going to be something that you'd like me to do, but I think you all supported the fact that I'm not really into doing that anymore, and I think the content on the channel is a lot better for it. What do you guys think? Let me know. You're stuck on Groundhog Day. What's going on with that? Yeah, I agree with you, Lamb. Single pickup guitars have a special mojo. Bronze Snake, hilarious. What do you like? Grumpy Mike, great to see you, man. Really good to see you. Terry's telling me that it's already started to snow in Ontario, Canada. Well, that is wicked. I love the snow. It makes it feel like Christmas, doesn't it? And I hope some of you are starting to feel in a Christmas mood. Adam asks, do you upgraded your guitars to Graphtec nuts? Not yet. I've got them on a few of the guitars that they've come with already, but I haven't actually done a Graphtec. I tell a lie. I have. The parts caster that I was building, that I think is going to end up being a relic, and I will get it out and do something with it soon. That has a Graphtec nut on it, definitely. So yeah, it's definitely got a composite nut on. I like them because they do have that real sort of slippery, easy running sort of lubrication through them, and you always need good lubrication for your nuts. Let's see whatever comments we got. Chicken Licking said, I mean, any brand of guitar made in China is a Gibson, copies, etc. Well, no, Harley Benton make a lot in China. Oh my goodness, I've missed that already. There we go. Look at that. One for the tip jar. Bless you, Grumpy Mike. Thank you so much. And here's one of these for you, my friend. Thank you very much indeed for the tip. In the tip jar, never courted, but always appreciated. And usually either goes to the channel for stuff and buying stuff for the channel, which is actually what I've bought in this second box here, or it goes into the beer fund. And I'm still, yes, still on the alcohol free, but here's to you, Grumpy Mike. Cheers, brother. Absolutely beautiful. If anybody fancies some time off at alcohol and they want to get decent beers, there you go. Proof that I'm not selling anything on this channel. I'm just telling you my honest opinion. The Heineken tastes really, really realistic. Doesn't get you drunk, but it does taste like beer. So let's go and see what other comments we got. What's that? Adam D says there is a slight issue with the stream. Not stream breaking, but I thought I should let you know. It randomly buffers. That's very strange. It shouldn't be buffering. Looks to me like I've got a good throughput to the internet and don't have any issues tonight. I hope, Adam, although I'm sorry for you, I hope it's just at your end, but if anybody else knows any buffering or sees any buffering, please, please, please let me know. Oh, bless you, the lamb. One for the beer fund. Well, here's one for you. Thank you so much, brother, and cheers. I hope you have a good week and have a drink with me. Always very much appreciated, but never courted. But as I say, thank you so much. Mike, have you tried JD? Ever tried a JD from Music Store Professional? They have a store in Cologne and in England too. I can absolutely recommend their JM series. Kind of Jazzmaster copy for very little money. Well, that's really interesting, mate. I haven't actually tried one of those out, but you've certainly encouraged me to go and check them out. Let's have a see what else you lot are saying. I'm going to give it another couple of minutes. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Lots of questions here. Walid says, I'll be in Christmas mood only when I listen to Mariah Carey. Scott Guitars asks, what's your day job? And have you ever considered offering Skype or Zoom guitar lessons? Oh my word. I'm nowhere near at the standard where I feel I should inflict my guitar playing on other players. I'm definitely a guitar hack, and I do my best. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy my guitar playing, but I'm not a teacher, not yet. Anyway, maybe one day when I feel I get good enough. But thank you for that. And my day job, I tell you what. We'll wait until we do the Ask Me Anything section, which I'll do once we've unboxed this second box. I don't know if you're going to be that interested in what's in the second box, unless maybe you do a little bit of this kind of thing. If you're a YouTuber, then you might well be interested in this, because this is something that I've bought, and it was on the advice of John Brown from Monuments and from Riff Hard, and I think you've already seen his slick lick and trick video that I did with him, and he's a monster player, but he's recommended this for me, and that's what we're going to open tonight before we get too much further. Similarly, we've got a question: what happened to Milton Guitars? That would be a good question to come back to. Remember that, please, Trevor, when we get a bit further down and we get into the Ask Me Anything, and I'll answer that question for you. So I'm just trying to catch up. Yeah, I'm still on the alcohol free, my friend. Walid's got slight buffering as well. Okay. No, Grumpy Mike's not seeing any buffering. It could just be that the internet is busy tonight, guys. It could just be that, and it might be that near you've got some buffering. There's a lot of people online while they're locked down, particularly in the UK. Bronze Snake, so good to see you in, mate. Really good. I'm not going to put that comment up. CGS, it was doing, but hasn't done so in 10 minutes. By the way, it's euros or pounds falling into your tip jar then. I haven't a clue. I think it was dollars actually, wasn't it? I think. We'll have a look, maybe later. Stream here is smooth so far. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Meadowfield, and a very big welcome to you. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to do the usual. I'm just going to have a quick look, see how many we've got in. 52 of you, 27 likes, 58 of you, 41 likes. Wow, that updated quick. Okay. Let's get ourselves to 45 likes. And once we got 45 likes, we'll open the other box, and I'll tell you what it's all about and what I bought these for. So let's have a look. 61 of you in now. This is busy. This is nice. I think it's because I'm doing it on a more frequent basis, and I really hope you guys are enjoying these live streams. Tonight's a bit of a strange one, because of the unboxings and because of the Ask Me Anything. I haven't got any slotted in videos for you tonight, but I hope that it's still fun for you anyway. Okay, we're up to 44 likes. I only need one more, and then we'll open this box. Just the one. There we go, 45 likes. Excellent. I'll go back over to those comments, and time to open the big box. Now this is very slightly heavier as well, and as I said, this is really for guys like me that like to make YouTube videos, and well, I'm hoping it is. It could well be something completely different. It might be one of the kids' Christmas presents I'm opening, for all I know, because it came from Amazon, and my wife bought it because she's got the Prime account, and I kind of needed it in a hurry. So, oh, hello. There's a box inside a box. This could be hilarious if this turns out not to be the thing that I thought it was. Perhaps I should have checked first. I think it is. My eyesight isn't what it used to be, but I think it is what I'm expecting. And I'm hoping that this is an investment that will make the videos a little bit better for you guys. You know, I'm always trying to make it a bit better for you and for me, of course. We like, yes, it is what I thought it was, which is really cool. I've been struggling a bit recently in the studio, and while I've been doing some upgrades, I seriously needed to make one extra special upgrade, and that's what these are. Is it Russian dolls? Adam D, love it. No, it's not Russian dolls, my friend. Okay, this is a slight replacement because I've had a flickering light and they haven't really been giving me the color temperature that I wanted, and so I bought these Switty, they're called Switty LED panels, and they come in this beautiful carry case as well. These were, let me remind myself, 169 GBP, which is, I'm gonna say, approaching 190 US dollars. And Terry, I don't know if you want to tell me in Canadian, I'm thinking $190, that'll be about 42,000 Canadian dollars or something like that. Yeah, so this is a pair. This is a pair of these, and they are nice looking panels. I have to say they're a lot smaller than the current lights that I've put up. And the other thing about these is that they do come with all of the adapters, mains adapters and cables. Well, I'm hoping they come with the UK plug. Let's have a look. Yes, 2 UK plugs as well. Looks like we've got some little Velcro straps. Let me put you on the other camera for a moment because you're not seeing a lot of this. A couple of Velcro straps, I'm guessing, to put those on. Of course. And the attachments. Let's get one of these out and I'll show you. I don't know what this is. That's very strange. There's a little box of something in here, and I've no idea what this might be. Of course, I completely forgot. These come with a remote control as well, which is pretty swish. There we go, a nice little remote controller. So we'll chuck that down for a moment. These are the stands. Now, I've got lighting stands already, so what I went for this time is I went for stands that clip on to the edge of a table. So they've got a standard lighting stand top on them, but then these bits clip onto a tabletop, and you can adjust it down here just to make it a little bit more flexible. So, yep, that's what I got. I got some new LED lights, so I'm hoping that next week this will all look, oh, now I need to work out, that's it. That goes in there. Again, let me put you on the wide shot so you can actually see what I'm doing. These little knobs go in here. Oh, they should do, if I can get them to go in. Oh, my word. Struggling with that. Let's see if I can. I'm sure those bits go in there. It's just a case of getting them on the thread. There we go. That's it. So Walid, you might be interested in these. I don't know what you've got for lighting at the moment, but then you've got a height adjuster on there so that you can go a little bit higher, and then this will clamp on to a tabletop, and then these, oh, if I loosen it off, these are graded so that they'll point down at an angle, and these are bi-colour. Now I'm hoping that I can show you on the back that they have a three-way switch, so you can have them on half power or full power, and they're 2-channel. You've also got a dial on the back to dial in information on this panel. There's the mains input there as well. So I'm hoping that I'm going to get a lot better color rendering. These, for those of you that know anything about this kind of thing, are a over 96% CRI, which stands for color rendering index. So they should be nice and bright, and they should look good. They should look really good on the channel. Right, that's the second unboxing. Let's go back to your comments and see what I've missed, if I've missed too much. Let's have a look. Walid says he's very interested. Awesome. Yeah, I thought it might be something that would appeal to you, brother, because it's really useful for YouTubers, and I've been looking for and really needed a good bit of advice for some new lights for a while. And if these work out well, I'll probably get a second pair to go on to the lighting stands that I've got, or I might just swap them around, see how we go. But yeah, definitely worth doing, my friend. Definitely worth doing. Okay, now I'm going to go back and see if I can find the first of our Ask Me Anythings, because somebody way back said to me, Walid says, recommended by John Brown and Ampede. Yeah, probably. Dale Palmer, good to see you, brother. Really nice to see you. Where's that comment? Somebody asked me. Adam, I'm not going to answer that one. Do we really want to waste a question on that? Which way do you put the TP roll on? Well, actually, I will answer that, because we don't have a loo roll holder in our ensuite or in our downstairs loo. We only have one in the children's family bathroom, and I very rarely put the loo paper on there, but I like to have the loo paper out, not tucked in towards the wall. I like it out so that you can get it. There you go. Told you I'd answer honestly, didn't I? What was the other one that I was looking for though? Somebody asked me about. I remember what the question was anyway. Do by all means give me your questions. Start it with @CGS and then your question, and I will answer them. But somebody asked me what happened. That was it. Thank you, Terry. That was a good reminder. It was going to be about Milton Guitars. What happened to Milton Guitars? Well, let me tell you the story about Milton Guitars if you haven't heard it before. I only set up my own brand of guitar company, Milton Guitars, because I wanted to put my money where my mouth was. And I was telling everybody how bad the Chinese rip-offs and fakes were. But at that time, there were no real decent legal alternatives. Of course, ever since then, we've had Harley Benton, we've had Glary, we've had the Courts that I've shown, we've had vintage branded guitars, so many different really great brand of guitars that are now even cheaper than you can buy a counterfeit for. So I set up Milton Guitars, and I initially started by getting 3 lots of Telecasters built. And I got 3 pairs, because when you're trying to put a guitar company together and you want to get quality control, you need to make sure that they can build consistently. So I had pairs of guitars made to compare and contrast the 2 guitars that they sent each time. We started off with the purple MT1, which I got a lot of grief for, because a lot of people compared that to Chapman Guitars ML1, and although I was absolutely totally aware of Rob Chapman at the time, I wasn't aware 8 years ago or 7 years ago of Chapman Guitars. Of course now that seems a little naive, but back in the day I didn't. So anyway, I got 3 sets made, and none of them could get and these were all in different factories, none of them could get the specs right. I wanted a 25-inch scale length on the guitars, and most of them, I think the first model, the purple one they made in Fender, 25.5-inch scale. The second one, they did make the 25-inch scale, but they didn't do any of the body contouring or the push pulls or any of the stuff that I'd asked for and spec'd on the guitar. And then the final one, so that blue ones were the middle ones, and probably still my favorite. And then the final ones, the pink ones, they did all the body contouring, all the push pulls, the electronics were right, the pickups were great, and they'd gone back to the 25.5-inch scale length. So I said, enough's enough. And at that point, I'd already discovered Harley Benton guitars, like this little beauty. And so I tried a few more of these, and I felt that these and also the Glary type guitars were great options as anti-counterfeit, shall we say. So I didn't really need to do the cheap Milton guitars anymore. But that said, I haven't completely mothballed Milton guitars. I've said many times that I'm really keen to brush up and learn better luthier skills. And so the future of that is still very much an option. I'd be quite keen to start making guitars, or initially perhaps do what I've done for many years, and that is to build up parts guitars, or to renovate, improve and upscale other guitars and put them out and see if any of you guys would be interested in that. I've got tons and tons of questions coming up. So that's the answer to Milton guitars. It hasn't gone away yet, but it may well make a resurrection pretty soon. Shane, it's lovely to see you, my friend. Really good to see you. Have I done a studio tour recently? Well, that's a really great question as well. I haven't, and yet, as you can see, I have done a big change here. It's a lot neater and tidier and much less cluttered. Well, it isn't at the minute because I've just done this rough old unboxing, but I've got 2 spaces now that I use for recording. I've used this space for kind of live shows and stuff to camera. It's good here for unboxing and stuff like that, but for all the amp demos and all that other good stuff, I've renovated the other end of the studio, and I've built up my amp wall, I've put the guitars out, I've turned the drum kit around, and I should do a studio tour. It's a very good point. Thanks for that, Shane. I may well do that soon. Tony Smith asks, what do you make of the Epiphone inspired by Gibson range? Well, I think we answered that in a live show a couple of weeks back, but I'm more than happy to answer it again for you, Tony. I think that the change, certainly changing from the clipped-eared Epiphone headstock into more of the open book Gibson style headstock, has really improved the look of those. And also, I have to say, the ones that I played at NAMM in January this year played like a dream. So I'm very impressed with them. I think that it's a good move on the part of Epiphone and of Gibson, because I think it's going to help what I've been trying to do, which is to discourage people from buying fakes. And so it gives other people options, and they're at a better price point as well. In fact, I think they may well be giving Gibson a pretty serious run for their money. So that's my thoughts on that. Okay, chicken licking. I'm not sure what that Chapman Guitars comment is, but I think it's not a question. Nathan Shaw says, is the SC Junior heavy? Actually, this guitar is not. From memory, we'd need to go back and check my unboxing video, but I've got a feeling that this was about 6.5, 7 pounds. It feels about that weight. It's not a heavy guitar because it's quite a thin bodied guitar. Let me see if I can show you that. The body is about 38 mil from memory, and it's all mahogany from memory as well. Again, don't quote me on that. This is one of the things I love about the Harley Bentons, and another reason I think they're a much better bet than your Chibsons, and that is the heel cut. It's really nice access up to the top of the frets there. So it's not heavy. No, it's quite a light guitar. Tony Smith asks, what do you think of Palfero and Indian Laurel as rosewood fretboard substitutes? Well, there we go, my friend. This guitar itself has a Palfero fretboard on it. And what I like about the Palfero, and in fact I think it's better than rosewood in a lot of respects, is that it's a really, really smooth, it almost feels like, I don't want to say plastic because it's not, it's more like an unfinished but really fine sanded wooden feel to it. Strange that, seeing as it is wood, I know, but it's really nice, and particularly when you're bending notes, if you get your fingers in and on the wood, it just gives you that little extra bit of slide. So I'm a big fan of the Palfero. Indian Laurel, I'm not sure that I've been sent any guitars with Indian Laurel on them, but if it's anything like the Palfero, I really, really enjoy that. So there we go. Adam D said, I would reach out to Ola and bend his ear about guitar manufacturing. That I may well do, my friend. Definitely. I'm miles behind you now, and I can see that there's been a couple of super chats that I've missed. Oh my goodness, CJ, what on earth? That is an absolutely incredible super chat. I think that's the record on this channel, and I must give you one of those. My goodness, I'm blown away by that, my friend. Thank you. He says, Mike, put this donation towards Milton Guitars equipment or a guitar to help benefit you and your channel stroke show. All the best. Well, CJ, thank you so much, my friend. That really is a super chat, and I'm never speechless. But I am blown away by that. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. And I definitely will put it towards that Milton Guitars idea. So thank you. Really, really kind of you. You haven't got a question in there, so I don't know what else to say. So there we go. And Gunnerman also, let me not miss you. He says, I'll start you off with the new Harley Benton fund. And you did. And then somebody else jumped in with a mega amount. But that is absolutely lovely and kind of you as well, my friend. So let me give you one of those as well. Thank you so much. Starting me off with the Harley Benton fund. A new Harley Benton fund. Well, you let me know, guys, what Harley Benton you would like me to get. And, of course, I always try to get what you ask me to get and show what I can on the channel. Somebody the other day asked me to try out the X-Tone Pro, and I've been in touch with the guys that manufacture that, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed. They seem to be quite interested in letting me show one. So let me know what Harley Benton guitar you would like me to do. So thank you for that. I still can't get over that. That is absolutely, well, I don't know what to say other than a big thank you. Thank you to you all that do the super chats. That's really, really sweet. Yeah, Terry's saying thank you on my behalf. Bless you. That's really cool. Scott Guitars says, Mike, if you do resurrect Milton, I would be happy to help out regarding any luthier. Wow, that's really cool. And actually, we have got quite a nice little surprise coming up for you. It's not much of a surprise because we've told you about a million times. Dan at Scott Guitars is sending me out this very week his telly to try out for you, and I'm really looking forward to doing a video or two on that. I think we'll probably unbox it on the live show, and I will do the usual. It will get put through the Pocket Pod, of course, and we'll have lots of fun with that. So thank you for that. Really appreciate that. I guess it's Dan. but brilliant. I would very much appreciate some help and some advice. And my buddy Lewis as well from LT Custom Guitars is very keen to help out as well. So between you guys, I might be able to learn enough luthier skills to create my own from scratch, which would be absolutely awesome. Right, let's go back to the chat and find out. Yeah, Bronze Snake says a round of golf clap for CJ's manly donation. Nice job. I think everybody's gobsmacked at that. Yeah, for sure. Adam D says HB Amarak. Yes, that's the one. If I'm right, I believe that's the one that Glenn's just unboxed a couple of. And is that the headless? No, that's the Dullahan, isn't it? The Amarak is the 7-string. You can also get it in 6 and 8-string, I believe. It's the metal guitar from Harley Benton. Yeah, I'd be really keen to try that one out as well, for sure, most definitely. So I'll give that a go. We'll see what we can do. I'll speak to my buddies over at Harley Benton and see what we can come up with. Okay, going back to the chat cam. What have I missed? Tony Smith says, CGS, I feel sorry for live musicians at the moment. How are those guys surviving? Yeah, totally. I made a video way back at the start of lockdown saying musicians, what happens next, or something along those lines. And it is really, really horrible and tricky at the moment that everybody's stuck in lockdown. But what I have seen and what I'm really encouraged by is the amount of musicians that have been, as per most artistic people, musicians are very resourceful, and so many of them have taken to recording and to doing lessons online. And believe me, there seem to be hundreds and hundreds of new YouTube channels out there. So much choice and so much depth of knowledge out there, which is really, really great. And I really do like seeing that sort of development going on. So I think that there's also been some bands and some musicians that have started to stream live shows and make a little bit of a living that way. But it is really, really tricky times for musos at the moment. And yeah, especially if it's their only living. I've got a lot of friends, as I've probably told you before, that are professional musicians. In fact, one of my best friends is actually the musical director on Hamilton, in the London production of Hamilton, up at the Victoria Theatre. I think it's the Victoria. No, that's the other side of the road. Forgotten which theatre he's at. I've been up to see it many times. And yeah, Richard is really struggling because obviously everything's shut at the moment. I think a lot of them in the professional world are on furlough, but it's really, really tricky for those that are gigging musicians out doing the circuit, either the live theatre circuit with big venues, 1,000-seater plus, or even just the pub gigging musicians, because I've got a few friends that have made their living that way, and most people like that are having to go and get other jobs and do things like delivery driving and things like that. But let's keep our fingers crossed, folks, that it's only for a short amount of time and that we'll get back to some sense of normality really, really soon. But my heart goes out to gigging musicians, for sure, for sure. Great question there, Tony. Thank you for that. I hope I answered it well. I'm just seeing if I can catch up a little bit and see if I've missed any other questions. Oh, thank you, Scott's Guitars. That's Dan, I think. Thanks, Dan. Really appreciate that. Did I miss any questions back up higher? I don't know how many I've answered. I think I must have answered at least the 5 I promised to answer tonight. But you can ask me anything. CJ, there we go. Look, how can I not take your question after that beautiful donation? He says, Mike, what's your opinion on boost pedals and if they're useful on a board that already has a few overdrive? Does it actually add anything? Well, actually, I did a review a while back on I'm going to go and get it for you. Just give me a moment, because I'll get the boost pedal that I tried out, because this is actually a really cool boost pedal by Full Tone, and there is a benefit. There is definitely a benefit to having a boost separate from overdrives. Now, this is the one, the Full Tone 2B. I can't get too much closer because I think the camera will go out of focus. But what I find with a boost is you can get a really nice clean boost out of something like this. Now, this has got a gain and a dynamics on it, so you can also change the dynamics in order to give yourself a little bit of a different tone setting. But what you'll find with a drive or an overdrive pedal is, even if you turn the drive right the way down and just use the volume to give it that bit of a boost, it won't stay clean. Whereas with this, it does act and actually keeps that signal clean, because all it does is it amplifies the signal. Obviously, if that's hitting a tube amp and it's going in at the front end and you're pushing that front end of the tube amp, you are going to get some breakup. But in order to get just literally a raise or an existing level boost, then a boost pedal is really, really good. Also, I think I'm right in saying, from memory, it doesn't say on it, I don't think, but I think this might be a buffered pedal as well. So again, just to help out a little bit more with that, if you get a buffered pedal, you've got buffered and non-buffered. So non-buffered are generally true bypass pedals. So when they're off, they literally link the leads, the cables between them. So effectively you're getting an extra bit of cable, because obviously you've got one cable coming from the guitar in and one cable coming out and into whatever it's going into, eventually an amp. But if it's true bypass, that just joins those two cables to make a longer cable. Whereas if you've got a buffered pedal, even when it's off, it amplifies the signal coming out to at least the same level, or usually to a fixed decibel point of what the input signal is. So you don't get any drop of signal with a buffered pedal. And I think that this Full Tone 2B is a buffered boost. But really, it was one of my friends out there recommended this Full Tone to me, and I really do enjoy using this. So there is a benefit to using a boost rather than an overdrive. It's marginal, and of course, as I said earlier, you always have to remember that if you're pushing that signal into the front end of a tube amp, you are going to get break. In fact, into the front end of any amp, you're going to get a little bit of overdrive. That's what it stands for. When you drive the front end, the preamp of an amplifier, that's what you're doing, you're overdriving it. But with these, it should be clean. With an overdrive pedal, it often isn't. So I think that's the important distinction to make. I really hope I did that question justice for you. And if you've got a board that already has lots of overdrives, well, does it do anything? I think the thing is, the more you drive the front end of an amp, the more breakup you're going to get, and it's just going to end up sounding like distortion. But again, going back to this, by having, oh, there you go, I can show you a bit closer. I forgot I can show you on there. There we go. That's the Full Tone 2B. But by using something like this, you can get a clean boost. So I think it's worth having a clean boost, CJ, for sure. Definitely. You want to buy the Echoplex, right? Okay. I haven't tried the Echoplex boost pedal, but I'd be really interested to know, and I'll share that with everybody on here. Let me know how you get on with that, man. That'd be wicked. Okay. Have I got any more questions? Let's see. The Lamb, there we go. Talking of musicians, the Lamb moved on to YouTube in March, and it's kept him sane. That's really great to know, my friend. Absolutely. Really pleased that you're doing well. Bronze Snake says, hey Mike, are you a fan of semi and full hollow guitars? My favourite guitar in my collection is my Cherry Red Casino. Epiphone Casino, I love that. Full hollow. The Beatles used them on pretty much all their albums after 1964. Indeed. John Lennon is very famous for having an Epiphone Casino, and in fact I've seen the original. I believe, I'll be corrected, but I think that my buddy Martin at Adam Hall, I think he's got one of the John Lennon guitars in the Adam Hall facility over in Germany. And yeah, I'm a big fan of hollow bodies. My very first ever guitar was a Vox hollow body, a 335 style. And I think I've told you many times that I used that on the Dave's in Texas intro, the music that I did for him. So yeah, I'm a big fan, big fan. Thanks for that, Bronze Snake. And it's so cool to have you in tonight, my friend. Excellent. Right, I'm gonna try one more. Oh, hang on. I missed a super chat that went off the screen. Let me pop that up. He says, oh, it's Trevor. Hey, Trevor, 3 weeks in a row. You're doing really well, my friend. Let me give you one of these. Cheers, brother. I will. Do you know what? I'm going to talk about that. I am going to talk about that because I did. Let me go back to there. That's the one I want. I did Stoptober with my wife. She did it for charity and I did it for my health. When I went to Germany last with all the guys and hanging out at Henning's place, we did about a crate of 36 beers every night. And if I tell you that I stayed up until they were all gone, that gives you an idea of what sort of a drinker I am. And I decided that when my wife did the thing for charity, she did Stoptober, I thought I'm going to join in and I'm going to see how long I can go for, rather than just stopping for October, because I wanted to give my liver a bit of a break. The thing for me is I'm a bit all or nothing, and I wouldn't say I'm picky, but I am a little bit picky when it comes to drinking, and I'm a particular fan of Jack Daniels. And some of you will remember the big live stream that we did after TGU or GitCon. I think it was GitCon. And I think I'd drunk nearly a whole 70 centilitre bottle of Jack Daniels on that. And I just wanted to enjoy having a little bit of sobriety for a while. But I do enjoy a beer still. It's just non-alcoholic. But my wife and I were talking earlier today, and I think lockdown is starting to get to us a little bit. It is a bit, you know, it doesn't make you feel great, does it? And so we did say earlier that we would probably maybe bust open a bottle of wine or something, perhaps even tonight. We put the Christmas decorations up, and so we're trying to get a little bit into the Christmas spirit for the kids. And so we may well open a bottle tonight, but it'd be the first one I've had since September. So thank you for the super chat, and I will get myself some alcohol with it. These Heinekens are really good though, I have to say. Right, we've gone over an hour, haven't we? Oh my goodness, I promised you guys that I would keep these streams to between 30 minutes and an hour, but I've absolutely loved chatting to you guys. James Mears, let me take your question because I can answer this straight away. Can you recommend an electric piano? Thinking of having a go, up to around 500 quid. Yes, I absolutely can. I can't remember the model name, but if you do a search on the channel for Yamaha digital stage piano, I did a demo of my stage piano that I've been using for years and years, and it's just over there. I can see it from where I'm sat in the studio, and Yamaha stage pianos sound absolutely brilliant. They are piano weighted, so it's grand piano feel to play, and it's got loads of tones built in as well. They're very reasonably priced. Check out my video from, I think it's got to be about 3 years ago now that I did a video on the stage piano, but definitely I recommend that Yamaha, so you can go and try that out. Okay. Terry's thanking Trevor for the super chat as well. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is going to be tricky because that 50 is still up on the screen, and now I've got another super chat from Doug Santinelio. Bless you. He said, if you like Jack, you should try Maker's Mark. Here's for your beer fund. Well, bless you, sir. That is so kind. And I must give you one of these as well. Thank you so much indeed for the super chat. I'm absolutely beside myself tonight. I can't quite believe these super chats coming in. Never ever courted, but always very much appreciated. And they will go into the fund. I've now got a beer fund, and I've also got a Milton Guitars fund and a Harley Benton fund. Well, my word. And there we go. Another. Oh my life. Jeff, thank you so much, sir. Very much appreciated. And as I say, always appreciated, but never courted. I'm going to have a drink on you guys. And I think I'm going to try again with, definitely, I'm a Jack Daniels fan. I like Jameson. I'm an Irish whiskey fan as well, and I like Scots whiskey as well. But going back to the comment there from Doug, I love Maker's Mark. Really love Maker's Mark. And what's more, you have just, with your super chat, given me enough to upgrade my next bottle of Jack Daniels to a Maker's Mark. The Maker's Mark, for those of you that aren't familiar with it, comes in a square sort of bottle, and it's got a red wax top on it, and it's wax sealed, and it's a really nice bourbon, and I'm a big fan of Maker's Mark. I just can't afford it all the time, but thank you for that, because now I can. Chicken Licking says green label Jack Daniels, smoother than regular Jack. James Mears thanking me there. Let me go back to that screen. And a thank you again, Jeff. Thank you so much. I'll put that towards the next bottle of scotch. Thanks, Mike. Didn't realise you did a video of piano. Well, there you go. Now you know, which is wicked. Chicken Licking says green label Jack Daniels is smoother. Anytime someone decorates early for Christmas before Thanksgiving, Santa has to shoot an elf. Oh no, Sandra, do you know what? The funny thing is we have a little group of us who normally get together outside of lockdown, and we were meant to have a Zoom on Saturday, and like a fool, I forgot that I was streaming with Ryan and all the guys from the, what do we call it now? It was something like the International Guitar YouTubers Club or something like that. But I completely forgot. And while we were doing that, one of my friends said to another that they put their Christmas decorations up last week. And he said, you know, every time that happens, Santa has to shoot an elf. It doesn't seem very kind, does it? James Mears is going to get himself a glass of Jack Daniels with honey. Oh, nice. Yeah, Terry's thanking thank you, Terry. You're such a good egg on the channel here. Thank you for that. Thanking everybody for these very kind super chats. Awesome. Chinese whiskey skeptic and Brexit Central. It's been a while since I've seen you, my friend. Lovely to have you here. And Sandra just confirming it's true. Chicken Licking, haha, chips and whiskey. Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, I hate to say this, my friends, but I promised you guys that I wouldn't stream for more than an hour when we came back with this new format, and I think it's been working really, really well. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this evening as much as I have, because I've had an absolute ball hanging out as always with you guys on a Sunday evening. I hope I've answered all of the Ask Me Anything questions completely, as much as you wanted me to, and I have given you all my honest answers. It's got to that time, my word, there are still so many of you watching. We've got 76 of you watching at the moment and 65 likes, and I'm absolutely blown away. I've had an absolute whale of a time tonight. Really hope you guys have as well. As always, I want you to have yourselves a really great week. I'll be back on Tuesday. I've got a video which I announced, I think, last night on the stream, which is, I think it's called English Guitar Hack Reacts to Friedman Cali. So we've got a Friedman Cali guitar that I tried out while I was at 42 Gear Street, and that's coming up on Tuesday. I've got an interesting video coming up on Friday as well, and as always, I'm really keen to know what you guys would like me to cover on these live shows on Sundays. I think these have quickly become my favorite because of the great interaction that we get, and that camaraderie. So thank you so much for sharing this with me tonight, and as always, you take really good care, and I'll see you next time.